Hello and welcome to another edition of our pre-match series, where today we are interviewing Helen Naylor, once of Sheffield Hatters, now of Manchester Mystics. So it'll be interesting to see how she's feeling about the match tomorrow. So yeah, we'll get into that when she joins us. How's everyone's Saturday going? I've got a new setup again behind me. I've got a nice Isla's prized possession of Rachel's top. Got nice some programmes behind me, and there's a picture of Drew Lasker there as well. So let us know if you're listening and watching. Tell me how your Saturday's been. Just about to start. Not working yet. It sometimes does this, doesn't it? Sometimes it takes a while to get going.
Hello.
Hello. Hiya. How are you doing?
Hi. Good, thank you. How are you?
I'm good, yeah, really good. Busy Saturday, but there was not much to do at the minute, is there? Lockdown.
No.
How have you found lockdown?
It's been tough. I think everybody's the same, not being able to see many people and missing friends and family, but, we just gotta do what we need to do to try and curb the coronavirus.
Is that, I think, was it one of the games today got called off because of a positive test?
Yeah, I saw that.
It's a shame, isn't it? I think it's something that's I think a few of the men's games have been called off now. It's like some of the women's games. So I think it's one of those things that might be happening more often than not at the moment.
Yeah, I think unfortunately we might see it a little bit more across the season, but fingers crossed, not too much.
So obviously, the coronavirus kind of situation led to Sheffield not being a part of the league this season. I mean, that was obviously really sad news. And kind of, how did you feel about all of that?
We were all devastated. It was touch and go for a while. We thought we might be able to do it, and then we thought we couldn't, and then we thought we could again. But it was, by the time we thought we could again, it was just too late, and getting players in and all that sort of stuff. So obviously we're just focusing on trying to get back into the WBBL for next season, and securing the funds that we need to secure for that. So yeah, we were just all really devastated, and it just sucks.
Yeah. So then, how did the move to Manchester come about?
Good question. I was going to play for Sheffield because we were going to enter a Division 2 team. So I'd gone back to Sheffield maybe like 10, 11 weeks after giving birth and started training again. And the plan was we were going to play in Division 2. And then obviously we had some Tier 3 restrictions, which meant we had to go to like 6 at each end in practice. You can just have like pods of 6. Mm-hmm. And then the further restrictions meant that Division 2 wasn't going to go ahead until at least January, or maybe not even for the season. So I initially just wanted to practice somewhere, and I'm quite close with Jed, one of the assistant coaches at Manchester. So I just messaged him and said, do you think Jeff will mind if I come over and practice like once a week or something, just to keep playing a little bit? So I went over and practiced, I think this is my 4th week maybe. And then somehow I've ended up enrolling to play.
Yeah. Well, that worked out well then, I guess.
Yeah.
So one of the questions I had was kind of how long have you been with the squad? Because I know the announcement wasn't that long ago, but obviously if you've been training, you've been with them for a bit, so you've got to know them and how it works and things like that.
I think 3 or 4 weeks, but initially for the first 2 weeks, I only practiced once a week. So I think I've practiced like twice a week for the last 2 weeks. So I still don't feel like I know everybody that well, or the players or things like that. So that'll take a little bit of time.
Yeah. So I found, when I was kind of looking at things for this thing, I found an interview you did about 6 years ago. I think it was on the Sheffield website. But just some things stuck out to us. So you said your dad played with Michael Jordan at one point.
He did not with him. He played against him when Michael Jordan was at North Carolina College. They toured in England or something, and my dad played for Doncaster Panthers at the time. Played against him.
Nice claim.
Yeah. I know.
And you also mentioned about Disney films making you cry. So one of the hard-hitting questions I've got now is which one made you cry the most?
Probably The Lion King.
The Lion King does, yeah. That does, yeah, it gets most people. So let's move on to the match tomorrow. Kind of, what's your first impressions of the Manchester squad?
Well, when they were putting the team together, I thought it looked like they were assembling a really strong squad, and then obviously going to practice, thought the same. I think, you know, the game against Leicester, not last week, the week before, maybe didn't show that, but I think that, you know, we're a lot stronger team than what that game showed. So I think it's going to take a little bit of time for everything to come together, but hopefully, you know, we can get that sorted out pretty quickly.
I think Leicester have kind of hit the ground running quite well, haven't they? Because I think they're, again, a 13-point win, I think, today. I think they're very, very strong this season.
Yeah, Leicester are always really strong. They're always, you know, really well coached and know what they're doing and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, I think they're definitely going to be a tough team.
So with obviously Nicolette Fong's one of your teammates. She's worked with Chris Bunton at Northumbria. Does that give you an advantage? Have you been getting some tips?
I don't know. Nicolette's been away for a week. I've only seen her once this week. So I'm sure she knows some of the ins and outs of Newcastle's plays and how Chris likes to coach and things like that. So hopefully it'll be a little bit of an advantage to us on the day.
Let's hope she just stays away for the rest of the week.
No, she'll be there.
So looking at the Eagles squad, kind of who stands out for you? Did you get a chance to see any of their first game and that kind of thing?
Yeah, I watched a little bit of the game against Nottingham. Thought it was a tough game. I know they had some players missing. I'm not sure if they're going to be back tomorrow or not, but I think, you know, the point guard looked strong for them, and my old teammate Alison, you know, also really good player and somebody that we'll be looking to focus on. And then obviously if the other players are back, I know there's some injuries and some people not come in yet, but you know, it's going to be a tough game. Newcastle are a tough team, so yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I think, as you said, I think a couple of players might be coming back, but then they've had injuries this week. I think probably this cup competition is a little bit of an extended pre-season.
Yeah.
Just to kind of see how things go. So I've got one more question. Who do you think is going to win tomorrow?
Obviously, I'm going to say us. Obviously, I'm going to say Manchester.
Trying to trip you up there, the last one.
Yeah, definitely us.
So it's on at 5:30 tomorrow, I think. Is that right?
Yeah.
And there's a stream for it, which is on the Eagles box office. I think it's $2.99 if you're not a season ticket holder and that kind of thing. So well worth the money. Definitely,
it will be. It'll be a good game. Everybody tune in and watch some women's basketball.
Brilliant. I really appreciate your time. Good luck tomorrow, but obviously just not too much. Look forward to watching it.
Thank you. Lovely to speak to you.
Okay. Thank you. Bye.